every transmigration increases the power of the memory of missing out or not being able to fulfill the duty, the destiny of the spirit. So you can say that each transmigration, what is the urge to fulfill is mounting up and increasing in its sense or an inner sense of something is happening and something is missing. So it is clear that one of the things that we are not able to sort of draw from ourselves. This is why the edict is go forth. It's to go forth from yourself to your real self. Yeah. This is the meaning of Lech Lecha. It means that what was before was not able to have enough urge to actually be in partnership or actually to perceive or to be the cause. We can see from the life of, or the description of Noach as the first righteous person, meaning there is the prototype, one can say, prefiguration of, or prototype is a better word, for what is called righteous or tzaddik, but this is not enough because in a way Noach is following is following something, but there is no initiative and there's no view that can actually interact or precede the will of the Creator. So, meaning that since Noach, and we are all the generation of Noach, all humanity, there is sort of an urge in us to be, and we don't know how, meaning part of the study in Kabbalah is to understand how to become or how to be in connection, or how to acquire this quality of bestowal, because it is not present in human nature or in the will to receive to oneself, in creation as nature. Okay? So it is clear that the quest is identified usually by that which is missing, and to have a true hunger for it, you have to have some sort of a taste of it before, and therefore to see that you lost it, and then you open a search for it. So the wish to be able to bestow is not only wishing to have this quality because it's better for our self-image. It has to do with being in touch with the source of life, and let's say human state, a human affair. It all revolves around the inevitable meeting point with death in various ways and appearances. So actually to bestow is to give us back the touch of eternity, because being able to bestow it means that you have a connection and communion with the source of life. If you don't have that communion and that connection, you're not able to bestow anything of significance, because the greatest bestowal is life. So it is clear that humanity has emerged in order to recuperate its eternity. This is why. Now, it has different dresses and different disguise, and it's a lot of work to actually sort of see one can say the naked truth of actually it being without self-interest, because it very easily can turn into control, wishing to be in control. Okay, so this is why when we speak about bestowal, this is first why it was not given as, let's say, as an inherited quality within us, but we need to acquire it and actually to prove that we deserve it. And high percentage of reformation is actually the test to prove that we will not misuse it for control over others, and definitely not for control over nature or control over the spiritual life. And every time humanity had come close to that power, they misused it. Okay, so definitely it will. Why not to give people this power is very clear. It will never be given to someone who is not in sameness of the responsibility and the non-bias and non-self-interest. So it will not misuse it. Okay. So bestowal is an ability that we need, or a quality, a higher quality, God's quality that we need in order to restore our faith as Adam. We need to acquire, and the whole journey of the spirit is to achieve that. Okay, so definitely, because transmigration has to do with the renewal of the memory of the destiny and the part that the spirit need to take in reformation or in the purpose of creation. So
I have one more question to add to that, if you will. The quote unquote, I'm not saying he's great, mystic Sadhguru, recently stated that there is too many souls on earth. Some people I know in spiritual walks of my life say there's too many souls on earth because they're not ascending. So what's your take on that?
Souls are not ascending.
They're not elevating.
No, because soul can have steps. A soul in itself, if it's not connected to the ghost, to ruach or pneuma, whatever you, there's no good translation for it, and to spirit, actually cannot elevate. The tie, the connections. It's very similar to a story of Baal Shem Tov in Yom Kippurim, when he's trying to enter a synagogue, and he cannot enter, and his friend and student ask him why he cannot enter. He said, well, the synagogue is full of prayers. So he's saying, what? It's great that the synagogue in Yom Kippur is full of prayer. And he said, no, they are not rising, they are not elevated, so I cannot enter. It means they don't have the power actually to rise and to get to their destination. Okay, so you can say it's the same. It's difficult to enter something that is is full of souls that actually did not fulfill the destiny, one can say. But there is a difference between the purpose of it being many souls today. It has a different reason. Because the stone that need to be lifted, meaning the thickness of what is called the will to receive to oneself, is so great and so heavy, you need to it need to be moved in very small fractions. So you need more powers in order to, one can say, to fulfill the mission. So there will be an explosion, if you like, of souls. But it's not that they don't have purpose, but they have a smaller, a tinier purpose. But it's part of the bigger plan because it's so heavy, meaning it's so thick. The last generation, when I would say, power. It's about the power of the will to receive. So it needs very small and even the majority of information to be through agonizing through corporal life. Agonize through suffering. So it has in it this purpose. Part of it is that it's too crowded. It is suffering on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Not only because it's squeezed, it's because one of the most important feature of humanity is their individual part, meaning the uniqueness. It's a loss of uniqueness, and that's a great suffering. But it has a purpose.